which says brown sugar, because they say, well, I'm healthier than others. I'm drinking coffee with the brown sugar. But it's not brown sugar. If you have clarity, you're willing to see everything how it is, and then you base your decision on the true facts, then all you care is facts. You'll be able to separate. When you read somebody's books, you can separate the true facts from opinion. Okay? Does it make any sense to you? Yeah. Well, okay. I hope that you can talk it through, and then you could figure out what exactly I mean. Well, and just besides this last food prep, I just have one step left, and which is 12-step support. Now, my dear friends, you became so special to me, my in-laws. I want you to remember with gratitude the very first person in your life who mentioned raw food to you when it really stayed. With gratitude, because we never remember that person back. And that person probably was very patient and answered some of your initial questions that you asked, maybe with some irritation. And they maybe treated you with some kind of a food that you tried, and something there clicked in you. I want you to remember those people with gratitude, because now it's going to be your turn to be that person. I want you to be patient. When people will ask you those questions about, where do you get your protein? Are you sure you get all the nutrients? Where do you get your calcium? All of that. How do you sprout? How do you soak? These questions you'll hear hundreds of times again and again and again. And I want you to make something delicious and treat those people with that. So I want you to pay ahead. I want you to remember your very first raw food meal that you had in your life. What was special about this food? Why did it make you think that you can do it? I want you to appreciate that, because now it's your turn to create that kind of food. And when you go to the raw food potluck, I want you to take 1 hour and $10 and make a nice plate, even if you already eat simple. Because somebody's destiny will be decided on that day. She's inviting her friend to raw food potluck because she says, hey, you have chemotherapy beginning on Monday. Come to raw food potluck. Maybe you will feel better from raw food. Maybe you can postpone this chemotherapy. And so her friend came with her, and there could be two scenarios. She tried the food, and she said, you know, that food is so bland. I don't think I could live like that. I cannot. I would go do my chemotherapy. Or she could put the food on her plate, and it's so colorful, and she tries it, and she's totally surprised. She says, wow, I can do that. Thank you for taking me here. I'm going to call my doctor and postpone and see how I could do that. And I know some raw fooders have been already on raw food for so long that they eat so simple, so they just bring to the potluck sliced bananas with toothpicks in them. I've seen it. I think it's our duty to pay back. Because once somebody introduced you to raw food, not by sliced bananas, and so we have to share, keep sharing. And then I also want you to remember your very first raw food teacher that was teaching you, because I believe that every single person in the world is a world teacher. When you becoming the best of yourself, you are the world teacher, and you already have lined up students. Can you look inside and ask yourself the sincere question, am I already the best of myself? Can I become better? If you can, become as best as you can. When you'll become good enough, your students will show up, because they already exist in the world. Your students already like blind kittens looking for you. Where is my teacher? Where is my teacher? They cannot see you yet. They're waiting when you shine brighter. And I believe that every one of you is a world teacher, and you will be teacher, and you will be teaching lots of people good stuff. And now I want to fantasize. I want to visualize. I know how powerful is visualization. I want you to visualize that I know maybe some of you yesterday night after you ate this dinner in our class, you went home and you ate some cooked food. Maybe you wanted to do farewell. But today you've been raw all day. Hey, congratulations. Don't spoil it. Let's fantasize that tomorrow morning you woke up, you thought, well, I should eat that bagel with cream cheese, or maybe I should give it to somebody away. And then you stayed raw through the breakfast, and then you said, well, I've been already 1.5 days almost raw. Let me have raw lunch. And then you stayed raw all the way till tomorrow. And when you had a hard time, you called your sponsor. You've been 2 days raw. That's the hardest first 2 days. And then 3, 4, 5, 2 weeks. And then, I don't want to spoil it, you decided, I'm going to stay raw now. And you became raw for the rest of your life. Well, it was not always that easy, but you stayed raw, and you experienced, you throw away your glasses, you stop dyeing your hair because it's natural, and your skin looks so young. And if you don't have partner, you got the best partner in the world. You live the life of king and queen. You sleep the best sleep. You eat the best food in the world. You follow your heart, and then when you're 120, you feel like you did a lot, you're ready to go, and then you look back and tell me this: how many people did you influence in your beautiful life, directly and indirectly? Think about your co-workers. When you keep bringing this wonderfully looking sandwich, raw sandwich, and they keep bringing the pizza, and they eventually, after 2 weeks, they ask, hey, Mary, your sandwich looks so good. Whatever you eat in there, can I ask you to give me a little bite? Because it smells so good, looks so healthy. What do you say, Mary?
Sure.
Sure. How about your neighbors who keep asking you to come for barbecue, and you keep bringing your own tray with you, and you keep saying, oh, thank you so much, but I would like to eat this food. And they say, is that why you have such a good color on your face? And you say, I think so. Well, do you have anything to read about this? Eventually you're going to influence them. How about your relatives who first going to be like furious? But then when they will see the doctor, and doctor will tell them, hey, woohoo, not good news. The first person they're going to talk to will be you. They say, hey, she's been on her weird diet now for so long, she must be knowing what to do. And think about the cashier in your local store. When you keep bringing 25 pounds of carrots every week, she's asking you, do you have a horse? And you say, no, I have a juicer. Oh, so maybe I should get juicer also. Do you think it will help me with my blood pressure? You say, oh, sure. And think about people who shopping in the same store. When they pretend they don't pay attention, they pretend that they don't look, but they do look. I've noticed how people, when they look in my green and red and purple cart, and then look in their boxes there, they run and quickly grab iceberg lettuce and throw on top of it. Now tell me, how many people would you influence in your life? Entire life, directly and indirectly. Think about me. What if I never spoke to Elizabeth in that line in the bank, and I would never became raw? I would die long ago. My crippled husband with my 2 orphan children will be sent back to Russia, and he would probably be dead long time ago. Those pills wouldn't last him. So, and what would happen to all of the students of mine? And those students who now make their living by teaching raw food, and their students who make living by teaching raw food. What would happen to all of these people? All this, is there any influence there? And now, tell me please, anybody here realistically brave can tell how many people will you influence in your lifetime if you will stay raw for the rest of your life? Anybody can guess? Please? Please? You can yell.
Hundreds.
Hundreds? Thousands.